Hey guys, so today I'm going to interview my lovely friend Dorothy, and she's going to tell us about how awesome she is. And yeah, hi Dorothy.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good.
Love
Dealing
those
with this whole
earrings.
quarantine thing.
Yeah, I love those earrings.
Thank you.
They're really awesome. Very cool.
Thank you so much.
So you're a teacher during this whole coronavirus, COVID-19. How is that going? How's distance learning?
Well, I've been doing this for about a month so far. And when our school decided that they weren't going to be in the classroom anymore, they had us open two new programs, which one of them was Google Classroom. So that whole thing of learning that and how to put my material on there was a little time consuming and a little difficult. But after watching a few YouTube videos, it was very helpful. And I got started with that, posted all my material on there. And another program our school had us use was Zoom. So with
Mm,
Zoom, with all the learning of the muting, the sending the invitations out with the password to each parent. Um, I teach very young kids, so it's very hard. We had to figure out a new schedule to see how long kids can sit for.
mm-hmm.
Some other Zoom issues were like, besides muting, the kids can mute and unmute themselves, which is
Mm.
a little difficult.
Can they mute you, like mute the teacher?
They can, but I can unmute them and mute them, but they can unmute themselves also. So they like to make noises and just whenever
Oh.
they want to speak, they just do it on their own once they learn how to click those buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And some other things that are with Zoom that were a little more difficult was about learning how to switch platforms from
Mm.
whiteboard to my materials and having that prepared. So I
Mm-hmm.
got it all done now.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's why you're a pro. I am very new to this whole Zoom thing. I've only used Zoom as a participant, and I'm realizing this is what I just learned is that you really need a laptop. Is that true? Do you think that's true?
So some of the kids are using iPads, and the thing
Mm.
with iPads is you can actually draw on my screen. So they'll
Mm.
play with it and they'll write on my screen, and I can't erase it. Only they can erase it. Well,
Wow.
I think so far. I'm still
Mm.
learning some of the kinks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you have any advice for any people who are just starting out using Zoom besides, like besides the generic, just be patient with it?
So a couple of tips that I learned about Zoom was how to mute everyone at once. When you're
Mm-hmm.
sharing the screen, there'll be stop share, and on the other one will be like a settings, and you go into there and it says mute all participants or
Mm.
things like that. So that's actually a very good tip that has helped me to keep muting them when they unmute
Mhm.
themselves.
Wow, that's funny.
And
Yeah.
like anything, just listing your expectations of
Hmm.
what you expect from them, and if they want to turn, instead of having them being muted, they raise their hands. This way, I know
Mm.
when their turn is happening.
Hmm.
So
Do you think it?
another thing that's a little more difficult is seeing all the kids at once.
Mm.
I have 9 kids and I have to keep scrolling through to see which kids are sitting, paying attention, listening.
Mm. Wow. Do you enjoy it?
I actually love it. At first, it was very difficult. It was like I love teaching in the classroom, being
Mm.
able to walk around the room, working with each one individually in groups, things like that. And it was a little difficult at first to have like this classroom management
Hmm.
online. But once we went over some expectations, like dressing up in clothes instead of pajamas.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
You
right.
actually have to tell
It's a new
tell them that.
classroom. It's not the
Yeah.
classroom anymore because it's more comfortable at home.
Right.
So things that help us with structure are getting dressed,
Mm.
finding one place in your house where the kid could feel comfortable and be able to have an hour or 2 hour class session where they're not moving around and stuff.
Mhm.
Every day knowing that this spot means that they're doing work and this is time
Mhm.
for school.
Right.
Another thing is not eating during class, that we have a
Wow.
break time where I always remind them during break time is time to use the bathroom, time to drink water, time to eat your snacks, time to play with your toys, things like that.
Mm.
And also as like a way for, because it's difficult for parents because they're also, some of them are working from home and stuff like that, that they just sit near their child and help in once in a while. But we just made things a lot easier, like no homework, so that it's, not too hard on the parents, and all the work is done in class. And, good rewarding systems, such as, I give them coloring sheets when they behave at the end of the day,
Mhm.
they can print, and their parents can be the gauge of that to see if their kids are able to do that extra.
Mm. Wow. That's wow. I should have had a teacher like you growing up. My teachers were
One day
all
when you have kids, I would love to teach them.
oh, God willing. Yeah. So I'm gonna transition to another question. I know that you're really business savvy. I know that about you. You are a very business oriented kind of go-getter type. And I was wondering if you had any tips to give any other women who are starting a business or anything like that, like someone who has an idea in their head, like how can they actualize it?
All right, that's a very good question. I would like to start with, just like I was talking about children with structure, so do adults need structure. I did a lot of research with this quarantine of ways that would help progress my body, my mind, just things like that. So I would say having a good structure during the day, such as I have a list right in front of me of things that have worked for many other people and I've been trying myself. So one is, after you wake up, you take a few minutes of meditation where you just lay in bed and you just really take time to think about your breathing, um, what you um, what you really expect for that day, just an overall like welcome to the day. And then you make your bed, because the thing about goals is that little by little steps, they make you feel very accomplished, which prepares you for more little goals, which become greater goals.
Mm,
So making your bed, while you, right after you make your bed, just have that few minutes of creative movement to warm up your body, to warm up your mind to the day, to get yourself ready. So I
mhm,
think that's very important. Put a song that you love on and just dance to it, move that
mhm,
body around. Another thing is, after that, brush your teeth, take care of yourself, wash your face, shower, whatever you need to wake up. Some people like to do cold therapy, which is to shock their body to awaken them. So that helps for
mhm,
some people. Something that's very important for your organs, for your mind, for everything is to drink water right after you wake up. So
mm,
the first thing after I do those preparations, I go and I take 3 cups of water
mhm,
even before coffee, just to get myself hydrated from the night before, because I know a lot of us, we sweat in our sleep, there's a lot of activity, we wake up and we're dehydrated, and it's very important to take care of ourselves.
mhm.
um
For sure. How
After,
long have you been doing that? Do you do is that the Chinese, not the Korean
so
water?
like a Chinese cleanse. It is a Japanese cleanse.
Mhm,
What it is pretty much, I've been doing it. First, it started as a reminder, like, oh, I need to drink 8 cups a day of water, but it was still difficult. So, in order to get a start to your day, in order to get things done, is 3 cups is a good amount of the amount of water that you're already supposed to drink.
mhm.
It's
Do
a
you wait after you drink the water to have like breakfast?
So yeah, I have my coffee afterwards. During coffee time is another part where I meditate, where I write down 3 personal goals for the day. I write down 3 work goals of the day, and just anything, other ideas, some time for brainstorming for maybe new business ventures or anything
Mm,
that's on my mind that I want to research. I just write it
hmm.
down so that I can get to it later.
That's awesome. Wow, good for you.
Thank you.
That's really empowering. You know why it's empowering? It's because let's say there are people who have all these ideas in their head and they just don't know where to start, and it's like you're just like a shining example of someone who's doing it, like, you know, the Nike just do it. So that's really great. Good for you. I love that. I love that you're like
Thank
a
you.
go-getter and that you really are doing things. It's really awesome, and thanks so much for your insight. And you're also highly, you know, attractive. And I was just wondering if you have any beauty tips to give anyone who's looking to, you know, any makeup or skin tips for any of us who want to improve our health in that department.
So, one more thing that I'd like to add on to that list that I was saying before, which has to do with beauty and health, mind, body, is exercise. So,
Mm-hmm.
every day or every other day, depending on the rest that my body needs, I like to do a full body workout. 10 minutes for warm up, and then 10 minutes, for arms, abs, butt, legs, and then another 10 minutes for cool down. So that's one thing that helps you stay young as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Also, something that has been brought to my attention after a lot of research is that a lot of us, water helps, obviously, it hydrates our skin. Colder showers, such as what we
Mm-hmm.
talked about, having a colder shower, if you can't do the whole time, then the last like 2 minutes of your shower, and then moisturizing right after that,
Mm-hmm.
because that's
You
when.
know, yeah, I do that too. I started to take cold showers, but for me it was because I had a skin issue. Like I had very bad, like it looked almost like psoriasis on my skin. I don't know if any of the people watching can relate, but I definitely had that. And I started to do some research about how to improve it. And one of the tips was cold showers, and it really, really made a difference. My skin is totally clear. I don't like at the beginning I felt like I had psoriasis, like I can't have psoriasis, this is not okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, but it's really, really cleared up. It's not perfect, and I still moisturize after for sure. That's super important. But I just crank the cold, and I'll scrub and then finish with a cold shower. So that's a great tip.
Yeah, so like you were saying, like for harsher skin conditions and stuff like that. So if it's working for you, it might help a lot of people who also battle with skin issues. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Hydrating right afterwards, because after we have like that hot shower on, our skin dries out. And some people put on lotion hours later, but the truth is, right after that is very important.
Mm.
Also, something that I realized is, when I was younger, I think I told you this story, I had 27 stitches in my face, here,
Mm-hmm.
here, and
Yeah.
here. And when my doctor prescribed me something to use on my face to reduce scars and just to have my face, through all that damage,
Mm-hmm.
something that would really help, he told me to stick to natural, pretty much vitamins such as vitamin A, D, E, which is really good for your skin. So I always do that, because
Mm-hmm.
it had major results for me. People say they
Wow.
can't even see my scars, which really,
Wow.
really very
Just
helpful.
straight vitamin E oil just on your face.
So I don't do straight, but I have a lotion that has A, D, and E in it, and I love
Mm.
it. And some mornings after I wash my face, my skin is dry, and then I use it right afterwards, and my skin looks great, and I'm very satisfied with those results.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Also,
Yeah.
eating healthier.
Right.
People
Mm-hmm.
think that topically things are going to help them, but really it's what we put into our body.
Mm.
Um,
For sure.
so I think
For
that's very
sure.
important.
Yeah, definitely. Any hair tips?
So something I always battle with hair stuff, I use like a lot of different products because I have curly-ish hair.
Mm-hmm.
Um, couple of things that I learned about it was not to wash it every day,
Mm,
to use less harsh products.
hmm
What else? A lot
What's
of,
the less harsh product that you use?
so something with shea butter in it, or avocado in it, or something that has obviously no parabens or sulfates is good.
Hmm
I have dryish hair because I highlight my hair a lot, and what I do is I do a hair mask every 2 weeks. I
Wow.
use Shea Moisture. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it has manuka oil, manuka
I love
in
that
it.
company. Oh
Yeah,
my God,
me
I love that company. That's a great, great company. I bought a few products from Shea Moisture, and oh my God, they're great.
too.
I bought they have like this cannabis face moisturizer, which I use every day, and a toner. I bought the hair smoothie and a scrub.
Wow, you
Yeah,
really are invested in this product.
I seriously, they should probably sponsor this video because they're a great company. But obviously, like it's not about the money. But I do genuinely love them. Like they're great.
I agree. I've tried things like putting coconut oil in my hair. It didn't work for me. I tried even
Mhm.
covering it with a hair net, and then a shower net, and then I would blow dry it so the heat would help the hair soak it in. And unfortunately, that didn't work for me. But the Manuka honey one of Shea Moisture
Wow.
is working for me. And the truth is, it said only to leave it on for, let's say, I think it was like 15 to 45 minutes. I left mine on for a day.
Oh wow.
I washed it out, and my hair, everyone was giving me compliments on it. And they were like, what
Wow.
do you do? So now I tell people, like, you wash your hair after you wring it out and you towel dry it. You put in each strand from root to the bottom. You put a little bit of that conditioner in there, that Shea Moisture, and then after that, you comb it through so that it's in each strand, and you can leave it on for as long as you want, but longer works better for my dry hair.
hmm
And then I wash it out, and then I'm still trying to find the right mousses for my hair, but I think mousse is a little more difficult. But the best natural product that I've used that I tell everybody about is argan oil. It really,
Oh wow.
it doesn't come off greasy. It looks beautiful. It's really, people who haven't tried it should really try it.
hmm Yeah. I actually have some that I haven't used yet, so maybe I
Yeah,
should get
let
on.
me know how it is.
Yeah, will do. The mask that you gave me, the face mask, I really loved it. So Dorothy recommended that I put eggs or egg whites and oh God, what else was it? It was like an
Honey.
egg. Yeah, eggs and honey, right? And I liked it. I didn't love it to the point where I'm obsessed with it and I use it every day, but I did try it and it was really,
Wow, I'm glad that
yeah,
you
you're full
tried
of good
them.
ideas.
Sometimes
I
you
love
just
it.
have to try things because everybody has different skin types, different hair types. You just have to see what works for you.
Yeah, so actually I watched a YouTube video on how to do it really, and the girl who was on the video said to dip napkins or no, not napkins, toilet paper, and then put it on the skin. Like she didn't say to directly put the liquid on the skin. She said to put sheets of paper, then wait till it's fully dried and then take it off. Take it off your
Wow.
Yeah, so I tried that way. And honestly, sometimes I think something that I have to work on is my patience with masks because I lose patience. Oh, it's like waiting is like, yeah, waiting for that and a plank is really like those take forever. Like I feel like a minute on a plank is
Forever.
eternity. Yeah, and especially like 15 minutes for a mask is like, oh my God, a month. So
I totally understand.
I might be exaggerating just a little.
Listen,
Yeah.
patience is something that we all have to work on.
Yeah, I know. But yeah. Anyway, any other helpful suggestions on how to live a meaningful life?
To finish your question about makeup, I watched a million videos on makeup and I still have so much more to learn. I'm pretty much that girl who just dips her finger in it and like finger paints it on, and
Mm-hmm.
just hope for the best. One tip that I did learn recently is that not to put eyeliner on the bottom, or at least not
What?
the full bottom, because for me, it was coming off just like my eyes were really dark, and it just made me look a little gothic. And I didn't really know this until people started telling me that, like, there's just, I don't think that looks the best on you, some eyeliner on the bottom. And I actually been changing that since. And I just, when I do wear eyeliner, I just wear it on top as thin as possible.
Oh my God, you just blew my mind right now. I'm like the bottom bitch when it comes to that. Like,
Yeah.
I always put eyeliner on the bottom. But you know what I don't like is that it does smear.
It does smear. So a lot of tips that I saw was to use a little bit of eyeshadow and to blend it just from the corners. You can
Mm.
use like a gray or a brown, but black usually it comes off. It just takes away from your whole face.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Yeah. Wow.
Any other routines? Um, Working out is good. Reading a lot. I have to say, a curious mind is knowledge. You know, knowledge is
Mm-hmm.
power. Um, you know, read as much as you can. Self progression books. Watch the news always. Um, Let me think what else.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're interested in, just go and research and try to figure it out. It broadens your mind, and it just allows you every day to learn more and more and more. There's a couple of games that I play. I don't play like non-educational games, but I do play Elevate. And Elevate has a program that's free every single day that tests you on comprehensions,
Wow.
grammar, division, addition, everything. Keep you
That's awesome.
mentally progressing. And another
That's
game
really
I
awesome.
play is Words with Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And once in a while, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. I have a crossword puzzle book, which I started, and I honestly, it's been like just collecting dust. So maybe you're giving me the motivation to get back on it.
um,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
so
not a real
good.
crossword puzzle person. I haven't really, like, it really wasn't really my thing, but yeah.
What I tell my kids is, if something's not your thing, if something's difficult for you, if you don't really want to do it, those are the things that you have to try. You know, those are
Mm,
the things that you need to get better at so that you feel more
hmm.
comfortable with.
Right. For sure. For sure. Well, thanks for sharing. And, if people have any questions, are you comfortable sharing your email?
Sure. Yeah. My email is Dorothy Klein 28, DorothyKlein 28 at gmail.com.
Awesome. And mine, if anyone wants, is LILLYBETH930 at gmail.com. Let me know if you want to be an interviewee. And this has been a pleasure. Thanks so much for sharing.
It was
And
very, very nice talking with you, Lily.
thanks. And hopefully I'll get better at Zoom. You're like a pro now, but
If
I'm
you have
like,
any questions about Zoom, I'm here for you.
yes, thank you. I will take you up on that. So yeah, take care everyone and have an awesome, awesome day.
Bye.
Bye.